I think that she certainly does have a problem with men because misogyny is a real thing in this country. I don't think black men are the problem. Black men are used to matriarchy, okay? Black men are used to black women being the heads of the family. They are used to that.
Well, Sonny, matriarchy as a result of fatherless home is not the matriarchy you want to brag about. And back to what you just said, accusing men of being misogynist for not voting for Kamala Harris. None of you are voting for Trump. So by your own logic, you are all misandrist.
Seriously though, The View is known for attacking all men who won't worship the Curry Queen. If you're a man and you don't support Kamala, they will call you misogynistic. I said this from day one. First, they have to convince us that this Indian woman is a black American woman. Two, if black men refuse to support her, you'll be called misogynistic. And if you're a man of another race, they'll label you both racist and misogynistic. And listen, they have not failed at doing exactly what I said they would do. Now you have Sunny from The View. She came out to defend Kamala Harris after that horrible performance on Fox News. And once again, she tried to turn this into a black woman thing when Kamala is not even black.
Do you think that he approached her differently than other people he interviews?
I saw a little bit of the panel after the interview, and one woman said that she came in hot and also said that she became angrier. I thought he came in hot. And what I am very tired of is this trope of the angry black woman. She was not angry. She was in command of the facts. She was passionate. Passion does not equal anger.
First of all, Sonny, who said Kamala was an angry black woman? I haven't heard anybody say that anywhere. You know why? Because one, is a quiet consensus with Kamala supporters that Kamala Harris is not black. There's also a more vocal consensus among black people that this lady is not one of us. So nobody looked at her and thought angry black woman. You have to be black to be an angry black woman, right? Now, why is Sunny bringing this up? See, she's somehow trying to make Kamala represent black women so she can use the identity of black women as a shield for Kamala to make it seem like the folks against Kamala must be against black women. So really, Sunny is trying to use the emotions of black women to form up as a defense team for Kamala. And I'm going to say it again, just like I said for black men. Remember when Van Jones and Ben Crump kept telling black men to protect Kamala Harris?
It's protect her. We have to protect her.
I said then, why are y'all telling black men to worship and protect this Indian lady? Why are y'all not telling AAPI men to protect her? Why are y'all not telling her husband's people to protect her? Why are you not expecting him to protect her? Yeah, tell me why you need black men to do that. Shouldn't black men be protecting their own wives? That's crazy. But now Sunny is doing the same thing. She's trying to dog whistle black women to protect this Indian woman by calling this lady an angry black woman. You see what Sunny is doing? Nah, you're not slick, Sunny. We see you.
I'm often called, Donald Trump actually called me dumb at a rally recently. You have these tropes that are used against women and women of color in particular. And I did not see a dumb woman. I did not see an angry woman. I saw a woman who understands what is at stake. And I thought that she was very, very strong.
Sunny is being very manipulative. Listen to her wording. She's saying all of this to try to get black women offended so they can fight for this non-black woman. Many people don't believe Sunny is the most intelligent in the room. A lot of people also think Kamala isn't so bright either. It's obvious how she got her jobs in California, and it wasn't because she was a brainiac. But having a law degree doesn't make you smart. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of smart lawyers out there, but I also know a bunch of dumb ones too. And what Sunny is doing is trying to get black people, especially black women, upset at name calling when they've been sitting on The View calling Donald Trump names for 8 years. Listen, I don't care what they call him or what he called them. Kamala called him a predator on some Me Too stuff. So yeah, everybody is name calling on both sides, and that's been going on for years. Who cares? What we want to know is who's going to fix this economy, who's going to be the best to tackle this recession, and who's going to shut down the border and stop these illegals from coming in, eating off all our tax money. That's all we want to hear. I don't want to hear no more baby bot bimbo babble. I need logical, common sense solutions. None of this emotional preschool kindergarten BS.
I think she's very loyal to President Biden. I think it's clear that the Biden administration has had one of the most successful administrations in history. She has nothing to be ashamed of having been part of that.
And see, Sonny, this is why you're always looking dumb. Everybody knows the Biden-Harris administration wasn't good for Americans. Everything that could go wrong, well, it did. And we all saw that. The only group that benefited from them are the millions of immigrants that broke into this country with their help and sat up here getting all of these handouts with our money, and Kamala's people too. She got them $26 billion in 2023, another $20 billion a year before. I reported that here, did a whole video on it. When Kamala told us she couldn't do anything for black people, but she made sure she took care of her people. They received more federal money than under any other administration. So yeah, maybe they'll call it successful too. Along with the immigrants that got free housing, maid service, up there in Chicago and New York, free food and food stamps, all kinds of money to start their businesses. And some of them that just got here 2 years ago, they're giving them houses. I'm talking about at a time where a lot of Gen Z and millennials have been locked out of the housing market with the unaffordability crisis. They provided illegals with homeownership while denying it to Americans. And that's supposed to be successful, Sonny? Successful with who? Nah, Sonny is indeed either deceptive or delusional. She's gotta be at least one. Now, Sonny recently said this about black men who supported Trump. She mentioned white women and Cuban men, but look at how she described black men versus the other groups.
When we're looking at these polls and we're looking at who is voting for Trump, you've got 53% of white women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly voted for Trump.
She called black men who supported Trump ridiculous, crazy black men, but didn't call Cuban men in Miami ridiculous and crazy, and she didn't call white women ridiculous and crazy. She directed her disrespect to black men only. Listen again.
When we're looking at these polls and we're looking at who is voting for Trump, you've got 53% of white women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly voted for Trump.
Chameleons are dangerous. They allow Sonny to sit up there and say whatever about black men specifically, because for years, they propped her up as the resident black and Latina. So if anything came up about blacks and Hispanics on the show, Sonny is supposed to be the resident expert because somehow she's a representative for both groups. And lately, since it's been revealed that Kamala ain't black, Sonny and The View, they've been talking about this multiracial community and how they're the fastest growing group. They're coming up and taking over everybody. You know, just a bunch of baby bop bimbo babble. Calling Kamala multiracial doesn't make her black. She's Indian mixed with more Indian and Irish. And she's not black American at all. She's not like us, period. That Indian lady does not represent us, so stop trying to put her in our group. Up here attempting to make this non-black woman the queen of black American women is really disrespectful. Just like how they brought out Barack Obama in front of us. Fooled us for years. When the only thing black American about him is Michelle. That's it. And the only thing Kamala is connected to in Jamaica are a bunch of rich slave masters who passed down land and businesses to all those people in her family. Just like Sonny. She's always on The View, acting like she's representing black people and brown people. When they looked into her Puerto Rican mama, a bunch of Spanish slave masters fell out the closet.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, you know, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
Yeah. So how are you feeling, my friend?
I think it's actually pretty interesting that my husband and I have shared roots.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And I think it's great for our children to know this information. I guess it's a fact of life that this is how some people made their living, on the backs of others.
Sonny, you disrespectful mutt. Let me tell you something. You are not us, and you need to stop going around here acting like you're speaking for us. You don't speak for us. Again, you're not like us. You are Kamala, and you will no longer be able to use us or control us with our own history and emotions Every time I look up, we got these pretending chameleons running around acting like they're the leaders or voice of Black America, thinking they could wag their fingers and tell us what to do. Newsflash, y'all not running nothing. You may have some old baby boomers, the Black feminists, and the sassy group that will support Kamala, and that's fine, they can do what they want. You also have others who support Trump, and that's fine, they can support who they want too. You have other Black people supporting Cornel West, some supporting Jill Stein. That's cool, they can support who they want. And then you have others who completely checked out and they're voting for the couch. Listen, we all have the right to choose who we want. And folks who choose not to follow Massa Sonny or Overseer Obama or Curry Queen Kamala, they shouldn't be talked down on just because they're making their own decision to choose what's best for them and their family. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Let me know what you think about this below. I want to send a special thank you to Roland C. I appreciate you, Roland, for all of your support, as well as Richard, Larry, and Charles H. If you want to show your support for the channel too, you have to use PayPal for now. The link is below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth from a woman's perspective? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share.